We've now seen Tesla's deliveries for the first quarter of 2024, and they're actually pretty surprisingly low. We thought they'd be a fair bit higher. Tesla has their explanations for this. You know what? No matter what the case may be for Tesla vehicle deliveries in the first quarter, and whether or not Tesla can still sell more than 2 million cars this year, which they probably can, some people are saying, you know what, Tesla is kind of moving away from being a car business, just selling cars. In fact, RBC Capital values Tesla's progress in autonomy above the company's actual car business. They're saying that really Tesla sales figures are not that relevant. Now, I don't necessarily know if this is true. What do you guys think? Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. It's great to see you. Thank you for tuning in. RBC Capital values Tesla's progress in autonomy, says Teslarati, meaning their full self-driving, which for many years has been highly criticized until recently when things have suddenly changed, above the company's car business. RBC Capital believes that Tesla's 1 month free full self-driving trial might be a catalyst in Q2 2024 for new sources of revenue. Worst case, Tesla full self-driving brings people into the showroom, and best case, it increased the full self-driving attach rate and possibly increases Model 3 and Model Y deliveries, wrote RBC Capital analyst Tom Narayan. We also value autonomy above the car business and think that the full self-driving free trial could potentially be more important for the Tesla investment thesis long-term than Q1's delivery miss. I agree. I've been saying this for a long time now. In fact, I've made about 3 different videos over the past couple of months saying that I believe Tesla wants to move away from focusing on car deliveries. The reason I say that is car deliveries are kind of a race to the bottom because Chinese car manufacturers keep on bringing out better and greater cars, and not in terms of their autonomy, but in terms of their value for money, their range, their luxury features, their integrated software, their power, their incredible speeds, incredible performance now. That's all well and good, but I think Tesla sees an opportunity to move out of that. It's a blood fight. It's a bloodbath, said Xpeng CEO, right? And Tesla's like, well, do we really need to be in this bloodbath? Maybe we don't. What about we work on full self-driving, which they've been doing, of course, and which over the past week, or in fact, over the past 2 weeks, people have started to say things very different. They're starting to say, you know what? I drove without any interventions whatsoever to the gym, to work, to wherever it may be, and my car's suddenly driving like a person. It's more aggressive. It's driving like a person has to do when you're in traffic and you have to make a decision. It's acting like it can think now. Since that point, which was a couple of weeks ago, Tesla have actually done 4 updates. They did 4 updates in a single week. And each time, it just improved that a little bit more, to the point where a lot of people believe by the end of this year, Tesla vehicles will actually be capable of full self-driving. And Tesla will be able to prove to experts that full self-driving is consistently safer, much safer than a human being. This would be pretty big in the US because imagine the time that could be saved. Time is huge, and people are driving in the United States constantly, all over the place. People drive a lot in Australia, but I mean, you guys have the biggest companies in the world. You've got Google, you've got Apple, you've got Facebook, Tesla themselves. You've got heaps of massive companies there. People are doing immense amounts of travel, wasting huge amounts of time, but this would change that. People would feel like they wouldn't be wasting time traveling from one place to another. They'd also feel like they didn't have to stay awake. They could go to sleep, for example, when the car's driving. But even more important than full self-driving. Full self-driving is great, but it's really not where the money is. And where the money is I believe what Tesla are really focusing on, and that is robotics. Having a robot act like a human being. Having the brain to act like a human being. But, as humans, we all have long-term memory problems. We do. I have really bad ones, but some people have, average person has the ability where they lose information. You basically learn something new and it replaces something else. Your hard drive in a human brain is pretty much fixed, right? Your ability to store information. But a robot's hard drive could potentially be massive. When one robot in the fleet or in the workforce learns something, it gets taught by someone to do something, it uploads that data and every single robot learns that information. So in other words, all of your robots could be capable of doing everything on your factory floor. And here's the thing. The car industry worldwide, it's big, but it's a fraction of the labor industry. The labor industry is 30 times bigger. 30 times bigger. That money pot is 30 times bigger. And the only competition you have is people. And as people, we're not that great. We're not consistent. We get sick. We get injured like me. Look at it. I've got my leg up here on the table. I've got 3 breaks in my foot. Got a fake tendon there. I've got stitches. Not every human's as stupid as I am. But the key point is here. Humans are pretty easy to replace, right? Robots don't complain. They do everything right. And the only real competition that I think Tesla has is in China. The Chinese government made it well known 2 months ago they plan to take over as much of the global labor market as possible with an army of robots. They say they want to make billions of robots in order to manufacture everything in China. Now, that's a bit of a worry, isn't it? I mean, if China has the means of production for everything, then all the power in one country's hands is probably not a good thing. So I hope that Tesla succeeds with their robotics, because not only will it mean that shareholders will be rich, and I mean really rich, because a Tesla share price is a fraction today of what it will be if that pays off and if that works, which I think it will. Have a look at Neuralink. Have a look at how complex Neuralink is. What they're doing, inserting chips into human brains and getting people to be able to see when they've never been able to see, getting people to do things and connect their brain to a computer and all this. That stuff to me is way more advanced than having a robot be able to upload information and be able to do things functionally. I personally think it's inevitable that Tesla will pull this off. The question is not if, the question is when. So it seems to me that I'm not the only one thinking this. RBC Capital, I'm kind of saying a similar thing, because I think the perception even at RBC Capital is that the full self-driving technology that Tesla's using, the neural nets that Tesla are working on, can be employed in robotics as well. So all of that stuff, that information, that ability Tesla has developed with full self-driving is what they can use for their robotics. Tesla's Q1 2024 deliveries saw an 8.5% decline year over year. The investment bank enumerated a few factors that might have affected Tesla's deliveries in the first quarter, including factory shutdowns due to the arson attack at Gigafactory Berlin, shipping issues in the Red Sea. There's all these random things. Personally, I hope everyone reacts to the short-term noise. I hope that Tesla's stock goes down. I'm like looking at the price, go down, go down, go down, go down. Come on, go down. Because I think this could be the opportunity of a lifetime. Now, I'm not saying you should buy Tesla stock. I'm not saying that this will work for you. I'm still not 100% certain that this will play out, what I'm telling you right now. But I think there's probably about a 70% chance. That's a pretty good chance. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.